Agnes is a 36-year-old mother of 3, referred by her primary doctor. She smokes 3 packs a day and wants to quit completely by 3 months' time. Her main issue is stress, especially at her workplace. We will utilize the stages of change theory except for the first initial consultation.
Hi Agnes, come on in, make yourself feel comfortable. My name's Betty and I'll be taking care of you over the next couple months.
Hi, Betty.
To make you feel more at ease, I'd just like to start by explaining who I am and what I do here at this facility. I work alongside primary care providers when the health issues revolve around lifestyle behavior changes. My official title is behavioral counselor. Dr. Ford has informed me that you would like to seek guidance in smoking cessation. Is this correct?
Yes, I've been trying to quit for a while, but I just can't seem to stick with it.
Okay, to start, I'd like to begin with this readiness ruler. It goes from 0 to 10. 0 meaning not ready to change, and 10 meaning ready or already changing. Where do you feel you would lie along this?
I would have to say somewhere around 7.
Great. So why would you say you are a 7 rather than a 1 or a 2?
Well, I quit cold turkey every time I was pregnant, and so I know I can do it, but afterwards I would always start back up. A lot of stress comes along with taking care of a baby, a house, and working, you know?
I do. It must be hard to be responsible for so much. That's a lot of pressure. It's great that you've taken the initiative to come here and see me, and so that we can really get a better hold on how this stress is interconnected to your smoking and your habits. What are some of the reasons you've decided to quit smoking?
Well, I'm just ready for a change. I've been thinking about it for a while and just never know where to start. I smoke about 3 packs a week, and it's an all-time high for me. I've recently started birth control, and my doctor told me about the health risks that come along with smoking and taking birth control. And I know I'm not setting the best example for my 3 kids either. Last week, my 6-year-old daughter pretended to smoke a crayon, and that really scared me. I try not to smoke in front of them, but it's just so hard not to when I'm smoking upwards of 3 packs a week.
What I understand you're saying is that you're ready to quit because you're concerned about your own health, not only that, but the well-being of your children. In what other ways do you feel your smoking is influencing your children?
Well, I try to be a good role model for them, and I know secondhand smoke is something that really worries me.
That's a reasonable concern. I'm not sure if you're aware of some of the risk factors associated with children being exposed to secondhand smoke, but it can cause ear infections, bronchitis, asthma. There's all sorts of different health concerns associated with it. If you would like, I can give you a brochure to take with you when you leave that has a more in-depth explanation of the risk factors associated with secondhand smoke.
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome. Okay, well, with those reasons motivating you to quit in mind, is there a certain date or time you would like to quit by?
Well, I would like to be completely smoke-free 3 months from now. I have a family vacation that I'm going on then, and I don't want to be smoking constantly around my children and my whole family.
That's great. That gives us time to work out a plan together that isn't abrupt as quitting cold turkey, since that didn't stick in the past. If that's okay with you, before we set any specific goals, I would like you to fill out a personal behavior log over the next week. The log helps track when you smoke and the activities, behaviors, and cravings surrounding the time that you engage in smoking a cigarette. If you look at column A here, you record the activities, so where you were, who you were with, what were you doing before you were smoking. Column B is your behavior triggers, so this is really how you were feeling right before you started smoking the cigarette, how you were feeling at that moment in time. So if you're irritated, bored, stressed, if you were worrying about something, anything like that would go in column B. Now for column C, you would put what has changed after you smoked the cigarette. So is the craving gone? Do you feel relieved? Do you feel happier? It's however you feel. Now for the last column, you're going to put the craving rating, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So say if you're at work and your boss is nagging you or something like that and you're just feeling overwhelmed, then you would put it at a higher scale rather than if you weren't feeling so pressured. Okay?
Oh, okay, that sounds reasonable to me.
Okay, and if you have any questions, examples, and explanations are actually listed under each column. So if you forget or need a reminder or something like that, And when I see you next week, we'll go over the chart to see what is triggering your smoking. And by targeting these feelings and behaviors that surround your smoking, we can come up with a plan to kick this habit for good.
I like that.
Great, so do you have any questions on the log?
No, I think that chart is pretty straightforward.
Okay, well, I feel like we got a lot accomplished today, and I hope you feel the same way. I just want to summarize what we talked about. We identified that you are ready to quit smoking and you want to be completely smoke-free by 3 months' time, if not sooner. And what are some motivating factors for quitting is your health as well as your children's well-being, and that plays a role in your want and essentially your need to quit. Over the next week, I would like you to fill out your personal log to the best of your ability.
Okay.
And next Wednesday when I see you, we'll start making goals from the log information and we'll move from there. Does that sound about right? Do you have anything to add?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for coming in today, Agnes. You're right on track to finally quit for good, and I appreciate you being so open and honest with me today and sharing with me your issues.
Thank you.
I'll see you next week.
All right, take care. Hello again, Agnes. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Do you feel more confident in your ability to quit smoking yet?
Hi, yeah, I suppose so, I do. The personal log I filled out made me realize there are certain areas where I can cut back on my smoking.
Great, great. Let's get started by taking a look at that personal log.
All right, here it is.
Okay. Thanks so much. And this will help us prepare you for your behavior change. Based on your responses, we'll create a reachable goal with some smaller objectives that should aid you in your overall desire to quit smoking.
What kind of objectives do you have in mind?
Well, together we will create a set of minor steps for you to take that will help you reach a major accomplishment, in this case, quitting smoking. First, I see that you have listed occupational stress as one of the causes of your smoking.
Yes. Sometimes when I work really stresses me out, I feel as though I need to step outside and take a cigarette break with some of the other ladies I work with.
Okay. I understand that, Agnes. You're relieving some of your stress as well as bonding with your coworkers. I see that you rated this craving as a 4 out of 5 on the scale. Why did you rate it so high?
Well, my boss really aggravates me. He is impatient and rude at every possible opportunity. Sometimes I really feel that my cigarette breaks are the only escape from him. I take at least 4 or 5 a day.
Okay, I can see why you feel such heavy work stress. Do you feel that there are any consequences of these cigarette breaks?
Well, I'm not helping myself in quitting smoking at all. And I could use that time for something more healthy, such as a short exercise break or just spending time with another non-smoking coworker.
Well, that's very good. I think that the goal that we should create for you should be that you should decrease your work cigarettes by about 50% by our next visit.
Okay, how can I reach this goal?
Well, Agnes, we'll first lay out a smaller objective that will help you reduce your workplace smoking. In order to reduce your occupational stress and your workplace smoking, I would like to try something called progressive relaxation, This is an exercise that will reduce your overall stress level as well as give you something to do besides smoke on your breaks at work.
Okay, how do I progressively relax?
Well, progressive relaxation is a way to relax all of your muscle groups individually by tensing and relaxing them alternatively, one at a time. I would like to try some now with you, if that's okay.
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay, great. Let's start by having you close your eyes and just take deep breaths. For this exercise, I don't want you to tense any muscles that are already too tense. We don't want to cause you any pain or any discomfort in any way. First, I want you to hold in a deep breath for about 5 seconds. And now exhale slowly. Now, for each muscle group, we're going to alternate tensing and relaxing. First are your hands, so I'd like you to extend your arms outward and clench your fists tightly for about 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Next are your forearms and your upper arms. Extend your arms outward to an invisible wall and push forward for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Now bend your elbows and tense up your biceps for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. And now it's time for your shoulders. I want you to shrug your shoulders up to your ears for about 5 seconds. And now relax. Do you feel any less stressed?
Yeah, I feel it working already.
That's good to hear. Now, you can do this exercise on every part of your body when you feel stressed. You can progressively relax your hands, arms, shoulders, your back, and even your legs and buttocks. Do you have any questions about progressive relaxation?
Not that I can think of. It sounds pretty straightforward.
All right, great. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great, Agnes. So in summary, we set an achievable goal for you today, reducing your workplace cigarettes by 50% or 2 cigarettes per day. In addition, we are going to use progressive relaxation to de-stress you and kind of distract you from smoking cigarettes at work. We will use these tricks to help you prepare for your overall behavior change, which is quitting smoking altogether. I would also like you to continue recording all of your cravings on this personal log. And do you have any other questions about the log or about anything else?
No, I think I got it.
All right,
Yeah,
great,
thank you.
Agnes. I look forward to seeing you again.
Oh, hi, Agnes. How was your drive? It's pouring out.
It was alright. It was obviously raining, so I didn't get to smoke. I guess that's a good thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you feel like you've been able to cut back in general?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've been smoking less.
It's really great that you've noticed a change in your habit. Last week we set a goal about smoking in the workplace, and how has the muscle relaxation technique been working for you?
It was difficult at first. It felt weird having to do it at work, but I find myself doing it a couple times a week to replace my smoke breaks.
Okay. That's great that you've been doing it so often. How helpful has it been in relieving your work stress?
It's been pretty helpful. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, I take a step back and try muscle relaxation. And when I get back to work, I feel a little bit better, and I still take some smoke breaks though.
Okay, that's fine if you still take some smoke breaks. You've still been able to cut back using this technique, which is great. I'm really glad it's working for you. Have you noticed any other times where you tend to smoke more?
Well, I kept filling out the log. I haven't really looked through it, but I brought it with me if you want to take a look.
Okay, yeah, great. Let's look at it together. So I see here you have going out as one of the times you smoke the most, and with a high craving level of 4. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, sure. Every Friday night I hang out with my group of my friends and to de-stress from work and have a night out with other kids. And the real issue is that they're all smokers, so we often take smoke breaks outside or sit outside while they're smoking. So it's really hard for me not to smoke when I'm around them. I've been tried to do it in the past and it's really stressful. The biggest issue is it's hard to stay inside and be alone while everyone else is outside.
Yeah, well, it sounds like Friday nights are a good stress release for you. But it's difficult not to smoke during them because of your friends, and you don't want to be alone while they smoke. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I see how that can be difficult. Maybe we could think of something that can help you resist smoking when you're out with your friends. Can you think of anything that would make it easier for you?
That could help. I guess if I had someone else stay inside with me while everyone else goes out to smoke.
That's a great idea. Having someone else to keep you company so you don't have to be alone while your friends are smoking. Do you have any close friends that don't smoke?
Yes, I have a friend who's always been against me smoking, and she wouldn't usually want to come out with us because she knows we all smoke. Maybe if I asked her to stay inside with me while others were smoking, then she'd be willing.
That sounds like a great person to invite. Would she not go outside if you were to go outside to smoke?
No, she would definitely stay inside. So that would resist me from going with the other girls because I would feel bad leaving her all alone, especially if I invited her, you know?
Yeah. All right, that sounds good. Shall we write up a goal for this like we did last week?
Okay.
Okay. So how many smoke breaks during girls' night do you think you can not go on while you have your friend there with you?
Well, I feel like since I would have a non-smoking friend there, I'd be able to not go on most of the smoke breaks, so maybe like go out for 1 out of 4.
Okay, good. That sounds like a very good and reasonable goal. So what I understand is you want to invite a non-smoking friend to girls' night and go on a minimum of 1 out of 4 smoke breaks each night.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I can do that.
Okay, great. And if you feel very stressed and feel like you need a cigarette during that time, it's okay. Today we set a goal for you regarding girls' night out, which shall be helpful since it's one of the times that you've been smoking the most. And it also seems that progressive muscle relaxation has been working for you, and I'm really glad that it's been helping you in the workplace to help you cut back smoking.
Yeah.
So you'll be tackling your smoking habit from your personal life and your work life. So it's normal for there to be some difficulty, but try not to get discouraged. I think you've made a lot of progress, and I'm really happy that you've been able to cut down your smoking in the workplace and be able to, I'm glad that muscle relaxation's been working for you, and now you're gonna work on a new goal, which is cutting back in your personal life. So I think you're at a really good stage at this point, and I'm really happy with your progress.
Oh, I thank you. I really appreciate it. You know, a lot of hard work I feel like goes into
Yeah, you've
this.
been working really hard, and I'm glad you've been filling out the log and you've been doing everything really well. Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I'm happy with this.
Well,
So I'll see you next week, and then let me know how girls' night goes.
sure. Thanks. Have a good week.
You too.